You already know this feeling. The kitchen fills with heat, something simmering low. And somewhere inside you, something releases. The day unwinds. The noise quiets. You exhale. Nobody taught you to feel that way. But you always have. And here is what nobody ever says out loud. Women who love cooking are not just people who enjoy a hobby. They are wired differently. Psychologically. Neurologically. Deeply. And most of them have never heard it explained. There's actually a reason your nervous system responds to that kitchen the way it does. A real reason. A scientific one. And by the end of this, you will finally understand yourself in a way nobody ever bothered to explain. You did not start cooking because you were hungry. You never did. Even as a child, the kitchen felt different. The smells, the textures, the way ingredients changed under your hands. While others saw a chore, you felt something close to relief. While others saw a meal, you saw a process. Someone probably called it sweet, domestic, helpful, and the real truth got buried under those smaller words. But the truth is this. Your nervous system responds to creation and care at a biological level. That is not a personality quirk. That is a psychological signature. Psychologist Mihai Csikszentmihalyi spent decades studying flow. Complete absorption. Total presence. Time disappears. Self-consciousness drops. Mind and body, fully aligned. He found people are happiest not in passive rest, but in full, skilled engagement. Cooking is flow. The chopping, the timing, the layering of flavor, the steam, the color, the smell. It pulls your entire attention into now. While others chase peace through stillness, you find it through motion. That is not a lesser path. Neuroscience says it is actually the more effective one. Now here is the part most people never hear. When you cook for someone you love, your brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, the same one released during a hug. The same one a mother feels holding her newborn. Present in you when you stir a pot for someone else. Your body treats feeding someone as an act of intimacy. Because neurologically it is. Research published in Frontiers in Psychology confirmed what you already felt. Cooking activates the brain's reward systems. It strengthens social bonds. It supports emotional well-being measurably. Positive psychologist Martin Seligman identified 5 pillars of human flourishing. Positive emotion. Engagement, relationships, meaning, accomplishment. Cooking for someone you love touches all 5 at once. Most people spend years in therapy trying to access even one of those pillars. You access all 5 by making dinner. But here is where it gets genuinely strange. The same wiring that makes you extraordinary at nourishing others is also what exhausts you. You cook when you are tired. You cook when you are grieving. You cook when the kindest thing anyone could do is tell you to sit down. The kitchen becomes the place where you process what you cannot say, which means it is sometimes the place where you disappear into other people's needs and forget your own. Sociologist Marjorie DeVault spent years studying women and food. She found something important. Women's feeding work is fundamentally other-oriented, rooted in attention to what others need before attention to self. But women who love cooking are not following a script. They are expressing something genuine. The problem is, what is genuine can be taken for granted. What is chosen can start to feel mandatory when no one acknowledges the choice. Does that sound familiar? Have you ever wanted to cook for someone and resented the assumption that you would? That tension is not a contradiction. It is evidence of how complex your relationship with this really is. Studies looking at people who love cooking find consistent traits: high creativity, strong empathy, deep attunement to sensory experience, and a powerful drive toward meaning-making through tangible action. You are not satisfied by abstract gestures of love. You need to do something, make something. And the thing you make, someone will taste it, feel sustained by it, carry it in their body. That is the most direct line between what you feel and what they receive. Relationship expert Patrick Wanis has said something that stopped me when I read it. Food incorporates all 5 love languages simultaneously and engages all 5 senses. For you, food is not a vehicle for a message. It is the message itself. And this is the part that most people miss entirely. The love that goes into cooking is not just emotion. It is intelligence. knowing your mother likes less salt, knowing your child needs something warm when they are scared, knowing your partner's favorite meal is the one you made the first time they were truly sad around you, making it again without being asked, because you remember. That kind of knowing is emotionally precise. It reads a room, anticipates a need, delivers care in a form that bypasses every defense. There is a reason food appears at every human milestone. Grief, celebration, homecoming, farewell. It is one of the only offerings that is both physical and symbolic at once. And yet, you have been in rooms where someone called what you do just cooking. You probably shrugged, let it go, never explained what it actually costs to spend 2 hours on a dish, to taste it 16 times, to adjust, rethink, try again, to carry it to the table and watch it disappear in minutes. The intelligence in that labor has been invisible by design, because the world has never had the right language for what domestic care actually contains. But you knew. Even when no one said anything, you knew what it took. And you kept going anyway. Because for you, it was never about whether anyone noticed. It was about the act itself, what it meant to you to do it. That quality, giving without needing a receipt, is not weakness. Research on prosocial behavior shows that genuine acts of care, done without requiring acknowledgement, are linked to significantly higher baseline well-being in the person giving. Cooking for someone you love gives you something back. It does not drain you the way obligation does. It fills something. And the day life gets too fast to cook is often the day you realize how central it was to your emotional balance. Now here is what I want you to hold. You live in a world that measures contribution by what is visible, by output, by ambition, by what can be named and counted. What you do does not register loudly on any of those scales. It is not on a resume. It does not trend online. It is made, eaten, gone. And then you begin again tomorrow. That is a particular kind of quiet courage that gets very little recognition. But here is the truth about what you leave behind. Research on family food rituals consistently finds shared meals are among the strongest predictors of emotional closeness across generations. The meals you make now will live in someone's memory as the specific, bodily feeling of being cared for. They may not remember the recipe. They may not remember the day, but they will remember the feeling. And the feeling will be you. You are not just someone who likes to cook. You are someone who chose, over and over, to speak love in the most ancient human language there is. You took something ordinary, heat, time, ingredients, and made it into something irreplaceable. That is not a small life. That is a full one. And the people lucky enough to eat at your table, even the ones who never found the words, they know the difference. If this video saw you clearly, subscribe. Every video on this channel is built to do exactly that. And the next one goes somewhere even closer to the bone. It covers the psychology of women who give endlessly and struggle to receive. If today resonated, that one will go deeper. I will see you there.